You can pan an image and you can zoom in and out. That is what this program does. Now let's take a look at how it is done. The body are only two elements. The container, it occupies the whole viewport, and an image element inside it. Inline CSS style sets container size equal to the viewport. Position relative is required to enable CSS properties left and top for the first child image to work. Overflow hidden will clip parts of the image outside the original container size. Global variables. There are 6 of them. img top and img left are vertical and horizontal coordinates of the image's top left corner relative to the container. The scale is the image scale factor required to scale down the image size to fit inside the container at the start. But not only that, the scale will be dynamically updated by JavaScript when the wheel event is fired. Zoom is done by rotating the mouse wheel. The initial X and initial Y will hold mouse coordinates at the start of the pan operation, i.e. when the mouse button is pressed. The isPan is a boolean flag set to true when pan begins and to false when it ends. At the start, the program positions an image within a container in the same way as if the CSS property object_fit_contain were used. For that, it must calculate the required scale factor, taking into account the container size and image size. This is done on line 82. The mathmin function is needed to choose the scale depending on the aspect ratio of the image and container. After scale is defined, img left and img top global variables are assigned initial values to position the image. The last thing done on start is to call the function panZoom, passing the literal object as if it were a call from a mouse event, only setting the type property to undefined. This way, the panZoom function only sets the image position and size according to the global initial values in the center and with maximum possible size while keeping the aspect ratio. Now the program does nothing but wait for a mouse input event. All 4 mouse events, mouse move, mouse down, mouse up, and wheel, call the same function, panZoom, passing as an argument the mouse event object. This function alone performs all functionality to pan and zoom an image. dx and dy will hold horizontal and vertical differences between current and initial mouse cursor coordinates. mx and my are relative container mouse coordinates. The prevent default is needed to cancel default drag and drop browser functionality. Since there are 4 mouse events, we'll call this function. There are 4 if statements to choose one which invoke the function this time. The wheel event will change the image scale and reposition the image in such a way that a mouse pinpoint on the same image spot when scaling. The mouse down will set initial mouse cursor coordinates required for calculating dynamic image position when the mouse is moving, and set the flag variable isPan to true. The mouse move check if the pan operation is active, and if it is, update an image position. The mouse up event ends the pan operation and sets the image top and left. At the end, image element attribute style is updated to reposition and resize the image element. The function mouse outside img checks if the mouse cursor is outside an image. I utilize it to perform pan and zoom only when the mouse cursor is over an image. Commentaries are whenever possible. Now I scroll the whole file. That's all for now. Have a nice one.